Hello, fellow Star Wars fans! This is Star Raptor here, and you know the drill. This is another new episode of This Week in Star Wars Canon. So every week, guys, I go over everything from the TV series, to the novels, to the comics, and to the video games. And with this week, it brought us a new issue of Star Wars number 18. So, what happened in this issue? Let's see. We had Luke and Han delivering their Nerf herd to the people that were going to pay them. And then Luke says, "Hey, Han, can I take this Falcon for a spin?" And he goes, "I don't know about Luke." And it's pretty good banter between Luke and Han, and as Luke is just flying around in a Falcon. And on the other side of the galaxy, we have Leia, Aphra, and Sana Staros is her name. You know, they're in the middle of this heist kind of thing going on where these mysterious people have broken into this really highly secure prison just to kill the prisoners. So we have this mysterious guy that knows about Leia's past, but she doesn't know who he is because he's wearing armor that conceals himself. So the women are basically, Leia herself is trying to save all the prisoners they can, and you know there's a lot of disagreements between all three of the females in there, but they do manage to get a distress beacon out. R2 and C3PO in this issue having some comedic relief. So all around, it was a pretty good issue. Some positives I had with the issue. First off, the Luke and Han dialogue is just great. I mean, you just see the two bickering around. Luke and Han are just portrayed very well in this issue for sure. Another thing is Leia's storyline picks up right in an action scene. We see, you know, Sana trying to basically reprogram, or somebody's trying to reprogram the droid while the droid's killing somebody else, and they're saying, "Give me another minute, I can get this thing," and Leia walks up and just blasts the droid. I thought that was really hilarious. And it, you know, it brings us right into the conflict. Like, we know they're in danger, and it starts off right like that. Also, Leia's persistence, as mentioned before, Leia is really persistent with getting these prisoners free. You know, she's just one for the people, and these other two people, Sana and Aphra, are just like, "What the hell are you doing? Like, don't go get those prisoners, because we gotta save our own skins." But Leia says, "I'm not leaving this station. I'm making sure we can do our best to get these prisoners and hang on to them." Another thing is and this is going on to the dialogue between the three females. We have all different morality and ethics coming into play with all the different characters. Really well done there. Also, there's a nice reference to all you fans out there of Knights of the Old Republic. We have a reference of meat sacks from one of the droids. As you know, if you played KOTOR, HK-47, one of my favorite characters in the Star Wars universe, even though it's Legends right now, the assassin droid basically calls everybody meatbags. So I thought that was a nice little reference to that. I like when they have little Easter eggs like that in these. And the mysterious character, he means business. We find out in this issue that he's some sort of soldier, freedom fighter, that for the rebellion that takes things a little bit too extreme. So he's trying to wipe out everything when it comes to the bad people of the galaxy, and he'll do it whatever way he can. Breaking into a prison, that's what he's got to do for freedom of the rebellion. That's what he's gonna do. And finally, the art style really grew on me with this third issue of the arc here. I'm really liking, especially this one scene where the three females are just running through a hallway, and it's just like all these blaster bolts flying, and it just the coloring of this book in particular is just really nice. A lot of vibrant colors. I really dig it. So guys, that was my little short synopsis of this week's comic release, Star Wars number 18. Are you guys reading Star Wars, the comics, or any other comic series? Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about that. And now I'm going to segue off into a little tangent that has something to do with Star Wars, but I'm just going to bring it up. So I went to New York City this week, if you haven't noticed. Midtown Comics. Yeah, I went there, and really cool shop in Times Square. You know, a lot of people I know, they actually get their comics sent to them from Midtown Comics. But so I went to the headquarters, and I picked up an oldie but goodie exclusive variant cover of Darth Vader #1. I absolutely love this cover. I've been looking for a variant #1 of Darth Vader for a long time. Really cool. You see that right over here. It's got the Midtown Comic exclusive. So we got all the baddies on here. Tarkin, Boba Fett, Emperor, Royal Guards, Sand Troopers. We have it all in this amazing cover. So I just want to do a little show and tell and a little sneak preview. I'll swivel around my chair here. Yes, right behind me, as you see, is Canon Jar 6-inch Black Series figure. Stay tuned. I'm going to be doing a special unboxing of that figure because the details just ridiculous. So stay tuned for that, guys. And speaking of New York City, another thing that I went to go visit in New York City, I was walking the streets, right? Just walking Times Square, and there was a guy giving out little brochures for the Star Wars Power of the Costume exhibit in a Discovery building or whatever. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take it $5 off, not expecting much at all, Oh yeah, they'll probably have like 5-10 costumes. I'll be out of there in 10 minutes. An hour and a half later, I am finally done with the place, and it was absolutely incredible. Guys, I will put a link in the description of some more information. But yeah, it's an amazing exhibit. They have all you first walk in. There's a nice little intro video, probably 5-10 minutes long, with George Lucas talking about the conception of Star Wars with the costumes being an actual character, and it's just amazing because you walk through and there's like different segues from, okay, you go into the one area, it's all about the Jedi and the Sith. So you have Qui-Gon Jinn, Darth Maul, Obi-Wan, Mace Windu, Emperor. Then you go to the next area and it's all like Princess or Amidala and all the female dresses and stuff. So mind you, they have every movie in there. So they have stuff from the prequels, original trilogy. They even have the last room in there is really cool Force Awakens costumes. So you gotta check it out. They have the music pumping in key scenes and in different areas to really make you feel like you're there. Just seeing those costumes in person, it was just amazing. Like the detail, you don't realize how much detail when you're watching, especially some of these characters are in a frame for like, they're in like 1 or 2 frames, and you're like, oh, that was cool. But then you see these guys up front, you're like, wow. Then they have weapons there too. So guys, make sure you check it out. Star Wars and the Power of the Costume exhibit, Times Square Discovery Center. And last but not least, I want to mention a buddy of mine who also runs a YouTube channel. His name is Masked Panther. Really cool guy. He has these haul videos where he does like the weekly comic book hauls. He does a lot of Marvel, DC stuff, but he's also a huge Star Wars fan. Namely with the Legends, the old EU stuff. He's super knowledgeable about all that kind of stuff. He's always doing like little reviews on there about what he's currently reading from the EU, and he's got great opinions on some of these stories and these characters. So guys, I'm gonna leave a link for him in the description. He's also quite a character. This guy, Masked Panther, man. I don't think there's ever been a video that I haven't laughed out loud because some of the stuff he says is just freaking hilarious. So you gotta go and support him. See what I say for But yeah, that is gonna do it for me, Star Raptor. Wrapping up this week in Star Wars canon. I'll be back as always next week with a bunch more cool stuff to show off. So guys, please make sure if you like this video that you hit that thumbs up symbol and go ahead and subscribe to my channel, because that way you'll never miss any video uploads I do. Speaking of video uploads, I know there's a bit of crossover between Game of Thrones and Star Wars, so guess what? We have Season 6 of Game of Thrones is back, and I actually started doing a recap show called Recap of Thrones, so check out my first episode right over there. And that will do it, so you guys can follow me on Twitter at StarRaptor. Feel free to follow me, send me tweets. Also, you can find my Facebook page, StarRaptor, and I forgot to mention, go to my Facebook page if you want to see. I have like 170 photos of the Star Wars and the Power of Costume exhibit. They allow you to take pictures in there just without a flash. So I have a bunch of really awesome pictures. So guys, if you want to check out a sneak preview, or if you can't make it to the New York exhibit, I did my best to try to get the best, shots I could. So please go give me a like on my Facebook page. I'm going to have it in the description. My Facebook page.com/StarRaptor it should be, or something like that. You can find it down there. And that will do it for me this week. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next week. May the Force be with you.